Hi. I was thinking about some things. So, I was just remembering, you know, when things were very hard for me. And I was bipolar, and I would be in deep, deep suicidal depressions. No more triggers than that. But, you know, I've come out of it, right? I am so on the other side. And, like, I see people around me who are stuck in this cycle that I was stuck in. You want to get out of where you are, and it's like you want to get into the manifesting thing, but everything keeps failing for you. Every time you try, you get to a point and it fails, and it just repeats, and then you get burnt out, and it's just really hard to climb out of that. I know. I have been there for a long time. And that's what I'm about now, is trying to find ways of helping people come out of it also. Um, I think everything that I do in my life has been about that, and it is about that fundamentally. Might be indirectly, but that's what I'm about. Anyway, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about, like, where did I turn myself around? Like, what was it that I turned myself around with? And I just wouldn't give up. And I would come close. Like, as I said, I have tried to unalive myself a couple of times, but I obviously could not do it. I did have friends, not very many, but I did have some few friends. And I think that even if you have one friend, one person who believes in you and will help you to the best of their ability, and it may not always be when you need it, but to the best of their ability, and they're authentic about it, as long as you have somebody that believes in you, it's very helpful. It's very helpful. But it's about believing in yourself. And that can be very hard, because it's hard to trust yourself when you have continuously failed yourself, you know? And it's easy to blame yourself, and it's easy to be angry at the world. And it's easy to just be hateful and but want to love at the same time. It's hard. I've been there. It's hard. I'm a Pisces. I'm like a double Pisces with Aries, Aquarius ascendant, okay? 1 degree out of Pisces. I am so two fish going in opposite directions. Like, seriously. I can understand the paradox. I can feel this way and this way at the exact same time. It's crazy. um, but I think it's it's just not giving up. It's just trying to figure out. It's about understanding. I always was like, why? Why is this? And I just wouldn't accept answers I was given. I would keep going until, I understood something. Like, when I figured out I was bipolar when I was like 13, I was put on lithium bicarbonate in a mental hospital, and I was regulated through blood tests every other morning. It was crazy. I have like a severe needle phobia. This was not great. And uh, um, gaslighted in there. Yeah, a lot of things, you know, but at that time, I held on to that and still questioned. And then when I went to college later, community college, I went to the library on campus and I started looking up bipolarism and lithium, and just learning all of this interesting research about it. It was very interesting and very informative for me. So I guess this is my Aquarius nature. I have Mars and Mercury in Aquarius if you're in astrology. If not, whatever. But so it's just I think it's being still trying to figure it out. I see people around me not questioning and just being in this cycle of depression, and loss and trauma. And, learning about somatic therapies has really helped me. I've posted some previous videos on my Rainmaker's Journey YouTube channel about different kind of somatic therapies and acupoints and tapping and stuff like that. Little shorts about that. Um, but it's just looking self-help, looking for what works for you. And if one thing doesn't work, you go try something else. You don't just sit there going, that didn't help, nothing helps, and just being bitter about it. You need to really, and it's hard at first to try to be positive. It really is. And I believe that there can be a toxic positivity. I try very hard to not be that, but I try not to try too hard, if you know what I mean. um, but it's just thoughts do become things. And you really do manifest what you put out, what you vibe. If you vibe that nothing is going to work for you, no matter how hard you try, that's exactly what's going to happen. That's what you're going to get. And it's hard to hear things like that. It was hard for me to hear things like that. I remember that. But I didn't give up. I tried all kinds of different things, but I started to figure it out as I went along. And the more I looked into it, the more I tried things with myself, I started to figure out what worked for me. I'm not here to tell you what you should do. This is my journey that I'm sharing with you. This is how I arrived at this place. I'm trying to think about that and figure that out. Maybe something about my story will resonate with you. And, or I don't know, something, maybe something. Yeah, that's what I'm about. So, if you liked it, leave me a like. If you have some feedback or want to share anything, I'm totally open to comments. All right. Peace.